So first of all, I was born and raised in the Dominican Republic. I moved here when I was 17 years old. That was like about 3 years ago. And there was a lot to it, more than just moving. That year, 2010, when I moved, my mom decided that, hey, it's your birthday, let me buy you a plane ticket so you can go to the United States and have a great time for the summer. And I was like, yeah, sure, that's fine. It's before my last year, my senior year, I was like so excited to go back to my friends and spend like the best time of my life and then go off to college. So I decided to come to the United States for like a month to visit. And the first 3 weeks was amazing, this and that. I was with my family, I was having a great time. Miami was great, New York was great, Connecticut was great, Massachusetts was great. I was like traveling all over the place. And my sister started hearing stories about me staying here. So I decided to confront my mom. I was like, Mom, I heard my sister told me that I was gonna stay here. Is that true? And she was like, no, it's not true. Don't worry about it. Just like, it's not true. And a week passed and I didn't hear more about it from my sister, and I started getting scared about it. And 2 days before my flight, my mom called me at like 6 in the morning and told me, I want you to listen to me and I don't want you to say anything about it. This is how things are gonna go. You're gonna stay where you are in New York right now, and I'm gonna come by and bring you your stuff. You're staying the next year or more and we're moving to the United States. And I was just shocked. I was like, I don't know what to say. I don't think I can say anything to change my mom's mind, to tell her that she's telling me more than what she's actually saying in those words. So I just hang up the phone, went to the room, sit down on the bed, and the only thought that ran through my head was, I'm never gonna see my room again. Oh my God, what's gonna happen? My room was so beautiful. My country was so amazing. How am I gonna tell my friends that I'm gonna stay here? And for the longest time I was in denial. I kept the secret for so long. I thought that my mom was just kidding, you know, it happens. But like 2 weeks passed by and one of my friends told me, hey, I saw your mom in the school and I heard that she took you out and that she's returning all the books that she bought from you. And that's when I actually knew that she was not kidding, and that was actually what I was gonna go through. I would have to move to another country. Well, I was actually here, so just stay in this country. And to be honest, for the longest time, for like the next 3 weeks, I was just trying to make the best out of it. My mom came by. She asked me what I wanted from my country. I don't know, I don't even remember what I had there. And so we made the procedures. We tried to find the best place for me to live since we have relatives here. And it ended up being Connecticut. And so she stayed here for like a week and a half. She put me in school, signed all the paperwork. She put my aunt as my guardian. I've never met my aunt before the time when I moved there. So it was kind of like, oh hey, I'm your niece, I'm gonna live with you now. So that was the first couple months in high school for me. It was more of, I'm getting used to a new family, I'm living with people I've never lived before. This is how they do things. If I want to talk to my mom, I have to try to talk to her once a week through Skype. I don't know how things work in this country. I don't know what you do. So I started going to school. I got there a little late. The first day was like, oh, here's the new girl. Try to talk to her, and I could only articulate a couple words in English. My English was so bad. I was in denial. I was like, this country sucks, the people suck. I don't know what I'm doing here anymore. I started blaming my mom through Skype. I told her like, this is the worst decision you could have ever made. I don't know, you're really selfish for doing this. I don't think you're even thinking about me. You're just thinking about yourself and like what's best for you. And after a while, after like 4 months, I was like, maybe, I don't know, it's not getting that bad. I started doing well in school. I tried to make a new friend. I did make a new friend that I would like be my only friend, and I will have lunch with him. I still talk to that friend now, which is pretty good. And December came by, my mom moved here And I decided, well, she's now here, maybe I should try. And I decided to start speaking more English just make mistakes and learn about it. And I did. I made more friends in high school. My mom moved here. She went through the same process I went through. Once you move to another country you've never been in, things really change for you. You don't know how to say hello to people, how to fill paperwork, how to fill taxes. You don't know even how to fill like a job application in English because that's not what you know. And I saw her struggling through that. I saw her crying every day. I saw her go through the same emotional pain I went through, trying to get used to something you don't know about. And I try to be the best I could be. I try to be there for her. I try to tell her, do you need help with this? Do you need me to be here? I try her to do what I didn't do. Because once I moved here, I decided to buy a phone with internet, and the only people I communicated with was the people from my country, and not with the people I was trying to get to know. And to be honest, that makes the change even harder, because you're between two places. You're like, your spirit is somewhere else, but your body is physically somewhere where it has to be. And I told her not to talk to other people from there. Try to talk to us, try to like go to the supermarket and make a new friend, try to talk to the neighbor. And she did, and she ended up like trying to learn English with me. She had to do the whole process I did. And it wasn't that bad for a while. I graduated from high school. I made a couple friends, and I didn't decide to go to school because no one ever told me how do you apply to college. No one ever told me this, you have to visit this, you have to apply for financial aid. I don't know any of that stuff. So I took a year off to work, and it helped me. And then I was good where I was. I was in a good position. I was making money. And then I took another year off, but I said, I want something more than this. I want my life to be better. I want to be there for my mom. I want to give her what she gave me when she had the chance, because we did live a pretty wealthy life back in the Dominican Republic, and we moved because of financial situation in the end. So I decided to apply to UConn into Brown, and I got into Brown for some reason. And I decided to come and visit UConn, and I love the campus, and that's why I'm here today. But other than that, like after going back to my story, after having told it to so many people, and trying to tell people that you go through a lot to get to where you are right now. And I don't hate my mom anymore. I don't feel the same disdain I felt for her once about having brought me to somewhere I never thought I would live, and had to put me through so much emotional pain. I don't hate her for any of that. I thought that she made the best decision ever she could have ever made for my future. I've seen things that I never thought I would see. I've made friends that I thought I never had. I'm going through so many changes in my life. I've had so many opportunities, research, do things that I never thought I would do. Actually have a major that I knew I wanted, but could have never gotten in my country because I wouldn't have had the money for it. And it's like, maybe it's not that bad. Maybe you don't understand what you go through at that moment, but at some point in your life you do understand it. And it might not be right away, but it will be some time in the future. And maybe 10 years from now, think about the story again and be like, maybe now I can see even more things that I never saw back then. And I'm glad for it. I'm really happy for it. The end.